It's time for the SPFL preview show of the first week of March, and we're going to get stuck straight in. It's a one-man band today, doing it a wee bit early. There's things are about to happen this weekend, but yeah, I don't know, I've got a migraine or something in there. My eye's aching, and don't know what I am. So if the eye starts uncontrollably twitching or something, or I keep rubbing my eye, that is why, because it's quite in agony. But here's the League Two table, and don't need a sore eye or a good eye to realise that Stenhousemuir are doing pretty well. But Clyde absolutely humped them last week, and we may as well get stuck straight into the fixtures because Bonnie Ragros are taking on Stenhousemuir, and I'm going to go with Bonnie Ragros to get a wee draw here, 1-1. Clyde, you beat the league leader 6-1. If you can't build on that, what are you doing? So I'm going to go with Clyde to win 2-1. We then have Dumbarton against Peterhead. I'm going to go with 2-0 Dumbarton. Then we've got Stranraer against Forfar Athletic. I'm going to go with the boys in Stranraer. I'm going to go with them. I'm going to go 1-0 Stranraer. Shout out to Stranraer, because if you're stuck in Stranraer and you want to head north, there's some fucking roadworks this weekend. So if you're travelling down for Forfar, that is going to be a bastard for you. You're going to have to go through what's that, Bar Hill. So not exactly ideal, is it? A77 and A75, all that roadwork's going down there. But the Spartans taking on East 5. I'm going to go for Spartans to win 1-0 as well. So let's move into League 1. Here is the league table. So remember at one point there was a wee title fight going on here. Not anymore. Falkirk are going to walk the league. They're still undefeated. I believe they're only undefeated team left standing across Scotland. So that's good for them. As for Hamilton, they're just hopefully for their sake cement second. And Edinburgh City are down, so there's not really much to talk about here. Going into the League One games, all kicking off at 3 o'clock. Got Edinburgh City taking on Cove Rangers. Going to go for 5-1 Cove Rangers. Edinburgh City are mince, man. Get your money on the team that's playing them. Falkirk against Ann Athletic, go for 3-0 Falkirk. We've got Kelly Hearts against Hamilton. Going to go for 2-0 Hamilton. Montrose taking on Alloa Athletic. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. And then Queen of the South taking on Stirling Albion. Going to go for 0-0. Stirling Albion drew 0-0 during the week, so why the hell would it change now? End of this championship. That's where things are tasty. Because Partick Thistle have completely went off the boil. Greenock Morton sniffing down their neck. Breathing down their neck, not sniffing. Sniffing's weird. You know, you say breathing, no one thinks anything of it. You say sniffing, people automatically think something's going on there. But Arbroath really need to win, troops. There is no excuse for them. I'll say there's no excuse for them. I mean that is like, they need to fucking win, and there's no excuses at the end of the season, because when you're 7 points behind with a game in hand, you need to be winning your games, folks. Airdrie though, 24 games. Airdrie got a really good chance of a playoff position. Be great to see Airdrie in the Premiership, wouldn't it? We get Queen's Park, we get Dunfermline, Inverness, Arbroath. But into the fixtures, of course, we do have a game on Friday night. It is Arbroath taking on Raith Rovers. Raith Rovers, they'll want to put some pressure on Dundee United, and can they lay the smackdown? Yes, I think they will. I'm going to go for Raith Rovers to win 2-1. Then up next on Saturday, we've got Airdrie taking on Queen's Park. What am I going to go with here? Going to go 1-0 Airdrie. Dunfermline taking on Ayr United. Dunfermline are a bit mince, aren't they? I know they beat Partick Thistle last week, and there was midweek action there. I can't remember what they did. I'm going to go for not 0-0, 2 each, because there's always goals in the championship. Greenock Morton against Inverness. This could be 0-0, but Greenock Morton will win. I'm going to go for 4-1. Then we get Partick Thistle taking on Dundee United. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Partick Thistle, they need to bounce back with some form of result, and I think they'll do it here. But into... we don't do that. We do that. Into the Premiership, we have the league table. I'll never get sick of looking at that. We get Rangers, of course, on top. We get Celtic in second, Hearts in no man's land. We then have Killie and St Mirren battling for fourth. Of course, that could be crucial if someone other outside the top 3 wins the cup, obviously. Then it would go to it wouldn't go to St Mirren, so fourth place could be the only spot that gets European football. But obviously, you'd think one of the top 3 would win. More importantly, Rangers or Celtic. Dundee, though, their grip on 6th place is loosening, man. And as bad as it is for Aberdeen, right, and I think they're absolute mince, you look how close it is to Dundee. Aberdeen, right? If they strung a couple of results together, could easily finish sixth, like easily. But are they going to do that? I mean, I'm not too. I mean, Aberdeen, right? Like they're not going to. But it wouldn't be out the question for them to finish fourth. Obviously, Kelly and St Mirren are better, but if they actually got someone better than Neil Warnock, right, and someone that could actually sort the good players that they've got out, they win their game in hand, they go on 30 points, and they'll be 9 and 10 points behind Kelly and St Mirren. If you put a run together, that will naturally close in by the end of the season, especially if you're playing those teams in the split. And Livingston, they need to win. So let's have a look, troops, at the fixtures. Of course, we've got 5 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. We've got Dundee taking on Kelly. Crucial game here for Dundee because you feel like if they don't win, they're going to be dropping out the top 6. Will they win? No. I'm going to go with Kelly to win this one 2-0. Kelly are in great form and they're not going to let a defeat to Rangers, ruffle their feathers, so to speak, because they're still been great without that. And even with it, because they were still good in the game. Kelly, here, see if that game was a draw or Kelly sneaked it. I say sneaked it. If Kelly won, I'm not going to say sneaked it. That's putting a bit of hate, not hate, but burying their performance a bit. I couldn't really complain from a Rangers point of view because, Rangers scored 2 goals, but they scored a penalty. They had a bunch of free headers. So did Rangers, but that Jack Butland save changed the game. Kelly could have very easily won that game, but I'm going to go Kelly 2-0. Then we get Hibs against Ross County. Ross County kind of turned it around recently. Hibs also kind of turned it around recently with a win against Dundee and obviously a draw against Hearts, which they could have won. So I'm going to go for 2-1 Hibs. Up next, we've got Rangers against Motherwell. Looking forward to this game. I will be at this game, so expect some coverage on it. I've got to go for Rangers to win 4-0. I don't see how Rangers do not pick up all 3 points, and hopefully they do. St Johnstone taking on Livingston. Again, big game, massive game. If St Johnstone win this, they're pretty much safe, aren't they? Especially for the bottom spot, which you could argue they're safe anyway from. But I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to St Johnstone. Bye-bye, Davey. Then we've got St Mirren taking on Aberdeen. Get your money on St Mirren. I'm going to go for 3-0 St Mirren. And then in our final game, we have Hearts of Midlothian taking on Celtic. Massive game on Sunday. I was thinking of going to this game, but when you're in a 4-man band and 3 people can't be arse going to Hearts Celtic, then what can you really do about it, man? You could go yourself, but that's not for everyone, to be fair. But who's going to win this game? It's tough. Hearts' recent 2 games have been really poor. In terms of results, I don't think against Rangers they could have done much. Rangers were just fantastic. Against Hibs, they were probably lucky to get a draw. Celtic, I feel like they've turned a corner against Dundee. I'm not convinced. That's not bias kicking in or hopefulness, so to speak, because obviously I don't want Celtic to turn a corner, but their form at Tynecastle has been good, but I'm going to go for 2 each. I think it'll be a draw. I think Hearts will step up the task here, and I think if Celtic have a poor half, like they've done recently, because the second half against Dundee wasn't great. They drew 1 each. Yeah, the game was done at 6-0, but it's almost a better look if you win 4-0 than 3-0 across 2 halves, rather than win 6-0 and 1-1. Because it just shows you a bit of inconsistency because they did actually draw the second half. I know Celtic fans won't care about that, but if you drop the ball for 45 minutes against Hearts, it's going to affect you more than against other teams in the league, especially with Lauren Shankland up front. And with the amount of chances that Celtic seem to be giving away at the back, if he gets a sniff, he'll put them away. So I'm going to go with a 2 each draw, guys, and that is going to do it. We'll be back Saturday. Well, there'll be more fids tonight, obviously, but we'll be back Saturday with more content. I am at the Royal Concert Hall in Glasgow after the game. But I'm sure there'll be content of some form getting fired out on the channel, probably a live match reaction, walking back through the game or something like that. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. And until next time, that's it for Fog Football. Have a great wee weekend of action and a wee tasty one on Sunday to top it off. But until then, peace.